Hey there, RC Girl here. Today we're taking a look at the FMS 1/24 scale FCX24. Not to be confused with the SCX24. There's a couple cool features about this rig that sets it apart from some of the other 1/24 scale rigs out there. It is touted as the first one to have a 2-speed transmission, so we're definitely going to check that out. Also has portal axles for portal axle fans. It raises your axles off the ground a little bit more, get more ground clearance. We're gonna unbox it, talk about the features, and give it a run. Stay tuned. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Here you're gonna find RC reviews, tips and tricks, run videos, flight videos, and other things related to the RC hobby. So make sure to like and subscribe if you guys wanna see more. Also, huge thanks to my patrons on Patreon for your continued support. Could not do this without you guys, and thank you. All right, let's dive on in. This comes in 3 different color options. They actually sent me one of each. So looking at our box, it says it's ready to run, has a 2-speed transmission, portal axles, 24 ball bearing, full set, metal gear steering servo, 4-link suspension, painted body, nylon roll cage. Available in 3 different color options, the red here, the yellow, and the blue. Let's take a look. All right, so here we have everything in the box. We have our transmitter. We'll go into more detail about that in a second. Then we have the 1/24 scale truck, Power Wagon. So it's designed as sort of an old Power Wagon body. I don't believe this is licensed. It looks a little bit similar in style to the FMS Atlas, which was their 6x6 logging truck. I don't know why I call it a logging truck, but for me, it reminded me of a logging truck. However, this one has a hard body. It's a different scale and it has 1 less axle. So just in looks, it's similar. Otherwise, there's a lot of differences between this and the Atlas. And then we have a packet of goodies. Kind of new to the FMS offerings. I haven't seen them provide any decal sets before. Looks like you can have a couple Louisiana license plates, and I don't know what this says. Butcher Butch? That's kind of weird. So yeah, a couple different options there. It looks like this is our little cage to mount the spare tire. Looks like it installs like that, and they do also provide a spare tire for you if you want to add that. So crawling performance, if you are new-ish to crawlers, adding a lot of rear weight is going to make it hard for your vehicle to get up and over features, but the rear tire does look cool, so I think we're going to add that for sure. So it gives you the mounting hardware for that as well. Random wearable accessories. So I think they mean like random accessories for parts that tend to wear out. So it looks like a servo mount and servo horns, steering C-hubs, bottom caps. These seem to be some common parts that break, so nice that they provide a couple options for you. We got our Power Wagon decals, and it looks like these are little O-rings or gaskets. I'm gonna have to see what these are for. And lastly, our USB charger for the 2-cell battery. So this just plugs into a wall charger. Make sure that you have the right little dongle that has a 5-volt output. One thing I didn't see in the box is a little T-wrench. They usually provide a little tiny T-wrench to get your wheels off. One nice thing about FMS trucks, they usually come with a nice little carry case or storage container. This one is made out of styrofoam. It's a little bit less heavy of a grade of the previous styrofoam I've had from other FMS trucks, but I think they were tailored more towards the budget end of things. So you can definitely store this nice and compact if you ever travel with it. Everything's nice in one spot. All right, now let's talk about this little guy. Here you can see the portal axles. So these are going to be plastic axles. They're going to be lock diffs, so good for crawling. All your wheels move together. And everything, we got some plastic links up here. Flexible, but don't feel too brittle, so that's nice. Our tires do not have foams in them. So these tires are the Contract AC70G32570R 18 MPT is what they say. Kind of like a tractor-y tread. We're gonna have plastic rims. No foams inside of them. Kind of squishy, but a little give in them. And then our rear axle back here. And I looked inside the portal axles. These are going to be plastic gears inside these. And they weren't super heavily greased, so I used some Utter Butter from Cow RC just to put a dab on all of the gears and put that back on. Our suspension links here are plastic, but we have a 2-link front, 2-link rear. These are little tiny springs and plastic body chocks. Because they're not oil filled, you're gonna get some bounce there, but actually decent articulation for a little guy. And it also comes with some spare spacers. So if you want to adjust your ride height, you can add a couple spacers. Looking underneath again, it looks like our drive shafts are metal. Here is our transmission. We'll take a look at that when we have the body off. That's the 2-speed transmission. And then our steering links up here, these are also plastic. A little bit of give to them, but not too bad. And then we have our steering servo. It's supposed to be a metal gear steering servo. We'll check out our steering when we turn the rig on. It's also outfitted with some headlights. To get the body off, it's kind of an interesting system. I thought I was gonna snap it a couple times. There's these 2 little clips here in the front, and then there's one here and one right there. So these actually squeeze in and these ones squeeze out. So it feels like kind of I'm gonna break it every time I take the body off, but let's give it a try. Also be careful when you get the body off, when you finally get it off. There's 2 wires going to your lighting, so you don't want to tug on those too hard. So you can actually unplug the lights here. It looks like one of mine either came undone or I accidentally snagged it. So we'll take a look when we plug this in, which it goes into, but the second one you can just pull right out. And we can put the body aside. So here we have the FS R4A1 receiver. And there's actually a lot of functionality here. So one thing I actually really like that they did is they unlinked the turn signals. So a lot of the times you would turn the wheels, a lot of the times you would turn the wheels and the lights would like blink like turn signals. I've always commented that's kind of a little distracting. I'm not a big fan of the turn signals unless you're like an on-road car. But you can basically, there's turn signals, headlight interface, fog lights, antennas, power switch, like a lot of different functions. This is a 4-channel receiver transmitter setup. So it looks like there's 1, 3, and 4 listed here. And I think this is our second one. Kind of a little bit interesting how they set everything up. 1 to turn, 2 to burn. So in channel 1, we have our steering servo hooked up. Our channel 2 is over here, I believe, and that is hooked up to our motor. And then channel 3 is going to be our shift servo. That's right here in the middle. Channel 4 is one of the lighting setups. So when we plug the lights in, you can use the channel 4 button right here to turn on and off the lights. A lot of different functions here we'll have to play around with. And here's our antenna, so make sure that that's not crunched or folded in anything. Be careful with that. Looks like 2 micro servos. Here's our shift servo, as I mentioned. Our 2-speed transmissions right here. So this is the Power Dash RS S130 motor. Caution hot. Yep, it gets hot, I bet, when you run it. So especially probably in our low gears. And this is going to be a brushed motor. And here is our on and off switch. So just a little push button here to turn that on. Here we have our 2-cell 380 milliamp LiPo battery. It has 2 cables coming out of it. So one is going to be your balance port. This is our balance port here. This is where it's going to plug into your charger. The second one is where it plugs into the car. You might want to pick up a couple spares of these. Make sure to turn on your transmitter before you turn on the car. Nice. All right, so let's talk about our transmitter, our on and off switches here. Then you have your steering reverse, so you can reverse the steering if your servo is going the wrong way. You can reverse that. You can also reverse your throttle, which if you press forward, it'll go back, and if you press back, it'll go forward. We're just going to keep that as is. It should be bound from the factory, but here's your bind button. Steering dual rates and our steering trim. Your dual rates are actually going to be how far your steering goes. Our steering trim, so I had to adjust that when I first started. If your steering is a little bit to the right or to the left and your car is kind of veering off and it won't go straight, you can modify your steering trim. Throttle dual rate is kind of nice. You can tone down your top end speed and your throttle trim. And if your car is moving without you pressing anything, you need to adjust your throttle trim. All right, so our channel buttons, our third channel is here. That's going to be adjusting your servo right here. Kind of cool. Nice. So this is our slow speed. And this is our high speed. And I'm not even, wow. It's really, really fast actually, our high speed. And then so our fourth channel button is our lighting. Now I have everything working and hooked up. Let's install some of the upgrades they provided. I want to show you guys the 2-speed shifting. It goes actually really, really fast and also pretty slow. So let's check it out. Okay, so this is the slow speed. This is top speed, slow speed. Can go pretty slow too, actually. This is about as slow as I can go. All right, so now we're gonna switch it into our high speed. See, it's a little fast, but it's actually kind of fun. I like this speed for the little guy. As long as you don't carry too much speed in your turns. Go kind of fast. Slow through your turn so you don't tip. Here we come. Pretty good braking as well. So it looks like the lights are flickering. I think that's because of the frame rates, but actually it's really nice that there's no turn signals. For me, it looks like solid lights, so really, really like that. Alrighty, so what do I think about these FMS FCX24s? I wanted to show you guys these next to an SCX24, but actually I'm still unpacking and I cannot find it, so it's in a box somewhere. But all in all, I really enjoyed these. The 2-speed shifting is kind of a cool feature on such a tiny crawler, and the fast speed is actually really, really fun. It is a little bit top heavy, so if you carry speed into your turns, you're definitely gonna topple it over like I did a couple times. Really nice that they listened to customers and got rid of the flashing light option. I cut out a RC Girl logo in vinyl for the hood here to customize it, put on the Power Wagon and the Doug sticker. Dodge, I think they're making fun, I don't know. Portals as well, that's nice. I don't really have too many crawler features yet, so I kind of had to just use the gravel and rocks, and it does pretty good. As of the time of filming, these are going for a discount, so I'll put links in the description box if you want to check them out. Definitely approve, think this is a fun little truck. I made this one Camp Jangles for my brother's Twitch channel, and he likes the Dodgers as well. So yeah, kind of fun colors. Some of the cons, the body is kind of difficult to get off. And actually in the blue and yellow ones, there were little T-wrenches, but the red one didn't have one, no T-wrench. A little inconsistent, I think, in their packaging. I'm actually gonna be doing a giveaway of a couple of these, but I also wanted to highlight there's been a lot of scammers on YouTube messaging the comments in my videos. So once I post a video, they respond to all the comments, telling people to text a WhatsApp number, asking you to send them money for a fake giveaway. So please do not do that. That is definitely not me. My account hasn't been hacked. I will not be doing any giveaway on YouTube, so head over to my Instagram. I'll post all the details there when it's ready. It'll be an official sweep widget website where you can sign up with your email address. I will contact you, the winners, through that. So Instagram only, my Instagram, RC_girl. Any other messages, definitely not me. I actually got another thing I wanted to show you guys. This is probably gonna be my next video, but it came in the mail from Poland. I'm super excited about it. Got a lot of interest on my Instagram and Facebook. I wanna show you guys right now. But I wanted to show you guys all the way from Poland from Scale Garage Systems. So it is custom made to fit the Toyota Extra Cab hard body from RC 4-wheel drive that I have mounted on my SCX24 chassis. I'll put a link to a couple previous videos, and very cool. So it has also been painted. They come sort of the raw silver. Even has a magnetic door here, so you can store some stuff. Even has a little hinge to hold it open, and I put a tiny RC car and transmitter in there and an axe. These are from Todd Norton, Tan Woodworks on Facebook. Very cool. I am so excited to share all the details about this truck in my next video, so stay tuned for that. Wanted to say a huge thank you to FMS for sending these out to try out on my channel. Thank you also FMS for hosting a giveaway. All the details again on my Instagram. I'll put links to these trucks in the description box. Huge thank you also to my patrons for their continued support. All right, thanks for tuning in. I'll see you later.